Talking about myths about marriage, that is fantasies, expectations, especially what unmarried people, fantasize about marriage. I could recall before ever pregnancy fell on our popular blogger Linda Ikeji, she once wrote that she would like to get married so that she could be having a regular sex. Then I wondered if her parents had ever told her that they've always had sex day in, day out throughout the duration of their marriage. That's by the way. Alright, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Chifrane. Today we will be talking about myths about marriage. And number one myth about marriage is that most unmarried people, they think that married people have sex day in, day out in their marriage. I don't know. I am married, and by next month, July 19th, my marriage will be 6 years. So I am in a better position to talk to you about this. That's absolutely not true. You see, when you are married, there are a lot of things going into your mind, a lot of things you need to solve as a couple, as a family. You have a lot of ambitions, dreams, aspirations, how you want to set your family, things you want to achieve. You have your jobs, you have so much you are concerned about. So marriage is not totally about making over every night. Oh my god, no, it's not true. Sometimes you can stay for a whole 1 week without doing it. You can even go for a whole 1 month. Okay, what if your husband stays apart? Even when you are living under the same roof with your husband or with your wife, honestly, sometimes you can stay for a whole 1 month, 2 months without having to touch each other. So it's not true. Get that off your head, please. 2, marriage changes you. Anyway, I think that's another one that I cannot believe, because I am still who I am since I've been married. I am not God per se. Having children or having a child can change you in marriage, but marriage does not change the person you are. Marriage does not change your thinking, your expectations, your dreams, your ambitions. The dreams and ambitions I have ever before I got married, I still have those, and I'm still working towards that. So marriage does not change you, but having children might change you, because you would definitely place your family as a paramount, everything concerning your family, how to move your family forward, how to become in a better place and all that. These are the only things that could only, bring about changes in marriage, and not just marriage does not change anybody. You remain who you are. Your name didn't change, apart from the fact that you are bearing your husband's name. Even at that, it doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change your personality. It doesn't change the skills you've already acquired. It doesn't change your way of life. It doesn't change the taste you've got. No, that is not true. The next myth is this: the more educated a woman is, the less likely she is to get married. Our African society, this is just coming from you guys, because people in the local area, or in fact among men, Nigerian men, and some, I don't know the way they think that a woman who has a BSc, PhD, or whatever, they are scared. They are afraid of such a woman, because they believe that the woman is well-read, she's overeducated and blah blah blah. Therefore, she wouldn't be homely, she wouldn't be submissive, So they tend to avoid such women, or they tend to talk down. As in, they tend to have this mentality that such a woman wouldn't be good for marriage or something. But these women are actually, looking for men to settle down with. So this is not true. There are a lot of these highly educated women who are better off than all those ones that are not educated, or less educated. But then the society, this is just the societal mentality, the way they see them, the way they view career women, the way they view highly educated women. That's not true. I am educated, though not highly educated per se, but I'm married. But that doesn't stop a man who knows what he wants, and who reasons differently from approaching and settling down with a woman who is highly educated. So this is totally a myth. People think marriage is a bed of roses, that once they get married, that they are going to become happy, become a better person. Oh my goodness, that's not true. Marriage is not totally a bed of roses. Once you are married, you are in for so many things. There are a lot of challenges. There are so many things you need to accomplish in life, in marriage as well. So it's not all bed of roses. People who are into marriage do not go on partying day in, day out. That is not true. You have a lot of things to talk about. You have to move your family forward. You have to work. You have to care for the children. You have to think about them. And it's not about bringing in a child into the world. It's about training the child to become a better person. You have all these concerns, you know. You have to train them in the university. You have to train them in the various levels of education. You have to think about resources and how to attain that success goal in your marriage. So it's not all a bed of roses. Another myth about marriage is this: people claim that having children or having babies strengthen your marriage. That's totally lie. That's not true, because having children in marriage opens up a lot of challenges, opens up a lot of happy, stressful lifestyle. You know, you can never get a whole 2 hours or 3 hours of sleep all night long. Ask your parents, ask married person, ask any married people around you that you know. You have a lot to think. So bringing children into marriage, it's a lot of work. A lot is required becoming a parent. That you are a mom does not mean, okay, people have congratulated you that you are now a mom. Good and fine. It's like getting married, the day of your marriage. A lot of people are there to bring their gift to congratulate you. By the time you leave that wedding reception hall, you go home, you are just with you and your husband. This is how it is when you have a child. People come around to congratulate you, after which you are left alone with your kids or with your children. You cater for them, you feed them, you take care of them. You know when they make any gesture, you know what is wrong with your children. If you are not strong, or if you are not totally prepared for marriage, you can't thrive in marriage. You know, it's not a bed of roses, my dear. So having kids does not strengthen marriage in any way. Rather, it opens up new version of life, new versions of challenges and all that. The next is this: people see marriage as an essential need, especially women in Nigeria, women in Africa. Sometimes they perceive marriage to be a do or die affair, which is totally wrong. People from the Western world, they see it from the negative perspective. Some of them choose not to get married because they know the stress in marriage. They know what it requires to be in marriage, you know, to tolerate somebody else. But this is totally different. You can see a single lady in Nigeria, precisely, within 5 minutes of discussing with this lady, she would definitely come up to tell you one of her major needs is finding a man to settle down with. And some of them allow this, you know, desire to get married affects their physical look, affects everything about their life. You know, it's as if something that is drawing them back from progressing, that once they get married, they should be able to come out of their shells and start progressing and start flourishing. But this is not true. Marriage can either mar you or make you. To be sincere, some people got into marriage, their life never became the same. Some people got into marriage and within a short while they start crying. They started crying to come out of marriage, you know. But I'm not wishing anyone such a situation in marriage. Marriage is also a beautiful thing. Yes, that's true. It's a beautiful thing, to be honest, you know. But then sometimes it's not always a bed of roses, like I said. It takes a strong mind, a mature mind to stay in marriage. Next is this: steady communication leads to a happy marriage. Oh my God. That is not totally true, because it depends on what you people are talking about. Communication can either go wrong or positive. We all know that. Couples can be nagging all day long, day in, day out. Sometimes you see a man wouldn't want to go home because he has a nagging wife at home. Sometimes a woman wouldn't want to close from work because he has a nagging husband waiting for her at home. So it depends on the kind of communication you guys go into. Some communication can even destroy marriage. That's the simple truth. Some communication can even send you out of marriage, depending on how the couple communicate, what exactly they talk about. If it is somebody complaining all the time, nagging and rubbishing you all the time. Do you know that some men, they nag more than women? Yes, they exist. Such a man, the woman would be wishing to walk out of that relationship that moment. But it's always hard. We all know that. because marriage is a commitment, sort of. All right, next one. Early marriage is the best because your kids grow alongside with you. That's fantastic. Early marriage is good depending on at what age you go into marriage. It's really great. It's beautiful, yes. But then, have you forgotten that there are couples who married as virgins at the tender age, at the early stage of 25, 23, but are still struggling to have kids? Some struggle for over 5 years, 10 years to bear children. You know, early marriage is good, late marriage is good. Whichever time marriage happens in one's life, it's good. Yes, some people go into what we tag late marriage at the age of 35, at the age of 40, and God blesses them immediately with kids, you know. So that's a myth, because quite a few number of people who went into early marriage couldn't start bearing children immediately. So it took them a while before the woman conceived. So don't have that mentality that once you're 20, you go into marriage, you start producing children. No, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Okay, next. The man is the head of the family. Therefore, it is expected that he provides 100% of all the needs of the family. This is totally a wrong expectation. It's a myth. It's not right. If you are in a better place to help your family, to support your man, do it as the woman. You know, what you expect your man to do, you can as well do that. If you are better placed, if you are working, if you have source of financial income just like your man does, you can support your man financially. You can support your man in his financial project. If he's building a house, you can support him with some amount of money. He would definitely appreciate that. Don't just let him do all that because he is the head of the family, he is the head of the financial responsibilities in your home. That's not true. That's not right. That's a total myth. Just come off that conception. It's wrong, please. So bear in mind that whatever financial support you are giving to your husband is totally for the good of your family, for the good of your home as well. So do not watch your man suffer and die young where you have the means to support him, because you believe that the society has tagged him the head of the family. Therefore, let him suffer all through and die young. That won't be funny. And the final one is this: couples in a successful marriage do not fight. Hey, oh my goodness, that's totally wrong. That's a myth. There is no marriage without fight. You know, when I talk about fight, I mean arguments, disagreements. Couples, they do disagree, they do have misunderstanding, they do argue about things, and this, I can tell you, strengthens their marriage, because every marriage, every homes without this argument, without fighting and all that, I don't think it's right. It's not right, honestly. And it's good when you fight, when you disagree, you make up. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you once again for always coming by to watch my content. My name is Chifrane. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe red button, comment, like, and then turn on the notification bell so that you always receive notification every time I upload a video. Thank you so much. Bye.